Let us begin first off with the fact that the New York State budget has been approved by the state legislators and by Governor Kathy Hochul. That budget covers the 2024-2025 year. It's retroactive to April 1st, and it will cover expenditures of the state through March 31st. As a former state legislator myself, I know how difficult the process is. This year was a couple of weeks late, but it did not impact the effectiveness of the state government. There was no shutdown, and the normal operations continued as they had continuing resolutions that kept them to this point where a final agreement could be made. We've invited members of both our state Senate and state Assembly delegation to join us here. Perhaps next week, we'll see what their schedules permit, so that they can explain in greater detail the budget, which is the subject of much discussion in local media now. We'll just highlight a few key things. When the budget was signed earlier today by the governor, it is a $237 billion budget. It includes $2.4 billion to address the ongoing migrant crisis, and there's hundreds of millions of dollars to bolster distressed hospitals. There are lots of different policy initiatives in here. We'll leave it to the state legislators to explain the context of them. There are new protections for tenants. There's a prenatal leave program for expectant mothers. There's a new program for housing tax incentives that is designed for developers, which the expectation is it will help incentivize construction of housing, including affordable housing. There's also a requirement for the landlords to justify rent increases as part of this process. In each of the different areas of public policy, there are different issues that we're dealing with. In the area of criminal justice, we're dealing with provisions to try to reduce the incidence of retail theft that is taken off as a more prominent element of our society today, very concerning. There's an effort to increase youth mental health care services and resources for those with serious mental illnesses. There's a expanded definition of hate crimes that has been structured in this budget, and some identification of work along the lines of artificial intelligence, AI, which is going to be the issue of the next decade or two. The young folks who are here will live with this for a lot longer than those of us a little bit further down the line. But there's some reference to that in the state budget. And of importance to Westchester County, we asked for a reauthorization of the school bus arm program. That's where you have a camera on the school bus arm. So when the arm opens up and shows a stop sign, you're supposed to stop. There's a camera there to catch you when you try to jump around a bus, which could be fatal to a young student that's leaving the school bus to cross the street. So all of those things are in the budget. We will, again, ask our colleagues in the state Senate and the Assembly to explain it in greater detail, hopefully next week. But even if it happens a week after that, you'll get a chance to see some of that in this venue. And all of them will be having various meetings in their respective districts to meet with residents in a variety of different town hall meetings, coffee and conversations, briefing to the local governments to sort of go over the content of this. And we welcome them back home. They've been working pretty much nonstop the last couple of weeks, and so they're going to have the opportunity to get a little bit of home cooking and perhaps relax a little bit as they continue their job. So we look forward to greater detail on the New York State budget, but it has been approved and is now in effect in the state of New York for the 2024-2025 year.